Welcome back to the Bent Brass channel, guys. Pistol Pete bringing you a pretty cool video today. We're going to be talking about the Kel Tec RDB and doing an update on this thing. A little over a year ago, I think, or so, we did a video that was the RDB versus the Tavor, the king of the bullpups. So I thought I'd come back, circle back around, because the RDB had some advantages over the Tavor, but there was also some question marks about longevity and some of the other issues we had with it. So bringing that to you today, and I'm also going to talk about some of the changes and modifications I've made to mine to make it even better. So to start out with some of the basic, the most basic questions I get is, how's it holding up? The thing's holding up perfect. I've continued to use this thing as one of my favorite guns, or one of my go-to guns to come out here to the hideout and hammer through the course and the dust and the dirt, and it's holding up great. I'll take some pictures of the internal so you guys can see the wear. I don't keep a round count on my gun, sorry guys, but this thing has at least 3,000 rounds through it at this point. So it's seen some good round count, probably even more than that. I just do a really bad job of keeping track. So I'll inset the footage of the internals and show you what that's looking like. I've continued to hold on to the Holosun HS515CU. It's about one of my favorite optics. I have many of these Holosuns. They're all holding up great. It's a great match for this rifle because it's really lightweight, EOTech style reticle. The quick swinging capability of this rifle, when that EOTech reticle, you can hit targets really fast with this setup and reach out pretty far. The biggest modification I've made to this thing is the Lucky Irishman rail. This rail is awesome. It really makes a huge impact on the gun. For you guys who haven't watched the original video, I had the factory polymer forend on the gun during that video, and if you put pressure on the factory polymer forend, you could actually influence the barrel and push the barrel so that the shots would string vertically, which was really kind of a negative for the gun. But once I installed this Lucky Irishman Firearms rail, it really stiffened up the forend. It also solved a big problem on this gun, which is heat. There's not a tremendous amount of metal on the Kel Tec. So when you're shooting a lot of, you're putting a lot of rounds through this gun, the chamber gets really hot, the barrel gets really hot. By switching from the polymer factory over to the Lucky Irishmans, which is aluminum, it's got a lot of serrations or whatever in it, so it really breathes. The rail does get some heat in it, but if you think about it, the way it attaches to the gun, it really kind of helps dissipate heat from the chamber, which I think is really going to help with the durability long term and the way that this thing wears. It also looks really cool, and it helps the gun handle really well. Doesn't get too hot, 90, 100 rounds plus in one quick session. As long as you're wearing gloves, you're good with this rail. I'm gonna give it 2 thumbs up. If you guys are out there and you've got an RDB, I would say definitely buy one of these. Use some good Loctite on the bolts. Mine have never come loose, and I've hammered on mine. The finish is holding up great. By the way, nobody paid me to do this video, but I don't know the guys from Lucky Irishman, but I've had this, I think I was one of the first batches, if not the first, that he shipped out. I've had it that long, I've hammered on it that long, and it's continued to work. So if you can get one of those for your RDB, definitely buy it. The other thing I got going on is I've actually changed the muzzle device here out to an AAC flash hider with the 51T suppressor mount. And I'll show you what that looks like and why I'm doing it. So it's one of these guys. You've probably seen these before. It's just a flash hider. When you're running it just with this flash hider by itself, you do get a little bit of a ting-ting noise. But what's really cool about this, guys, is I'm running a can on this that I love. It's a AAC Mini 4. So what's really cool about this is it just sucks onto the end of the barrel, and it's a really short, lightweight package. So it doesn't mess up the excellent handling dynamics of the RDB, but it also isn't super quiet. So if you're expecting movie quietness from the suppressor, you're not going to get it. The reason that I like this is because I can just run earplugs with this setup, which makes it a lot easier to get a cheek weld, and you don't have to worry about kind of your ears coming off and stuff like that when you're running through the course. So this is the way I have mine configured right now. Other than that, it's completely stock. I still love the trigger. I still love the pistol grip. The ergonomics are still great. I would recommend these guys. And now, another reason I'm doing this video right now, and a rereason I think a lot of people are watching our other video, is because the price has come down. so much on the RDB that I've seen these as cheap as $719. That's like, you know, in like the mid-range, mid-low range AR territory in terms of price. And personally, like if you're really looking for a gun to run and gun and stuff like that with, I would highly recommend this. I mean, I have an AR that I use for run and gun stuff that I built specifically to do like run and gun events. And I have a ton of money into that thing, you know, maybe like 12 or 1400 bucks with all the good parts. And this Kel Tec is better in some ways because of the bullpup design. The downward ejection is pretty cool. The gun suppresses well, adjustable gas. My top rail has been really, really tight. But I actually tightened mine down. I put a little bit of Loctite on that. There's other videos on that, but you know, overall guys, I just wanted to circle back and say that, you know, even our initial video, we might have not given the RDB enough praise. It's an excellent gun. Lifetime warranty is also really cool, American made. Gosh, you know, I've never really been a fan of Kel Tec. I've had some of their stuff not really work great for me in the past, but this gun is, it's a winner. So if you can find one of these for $719, get your hands on one of these Lucky Irishman firearms rails. I don't even know if he still makes them, so you might have to do a little bit of digging or Google it. I can't put the link in the YouTube description or they'll mess with me. But I just wanted to give you that update, let you know I'm still loving the RDB. I still think that it's you know, at least as good as an AR-15 and probably better than the Tavor in many ways. And let you guys know kind of what we've been up to. So appreciate you guys dialing in, watching the videos. Like, subscribe, share. Let us know what your feedback is. If you guys hate the RDB or you want to trash Kel Tec, put it in the comments below. I'll probably get some chuckles out of that. Otherwise, catch you next time. Think you got him. Get a little bit of that.
Yes, yes.